Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your channel of Math and Engineering Made Easy. Today, we are going to learn how to add and subtract rational expressions. We have 8 problems. They are easy, so let's start with the first one. The first one I have, you always look at the denominator. The first one is a subtraction, but you have 6x as a denominator of one of the expressions or one of the terms or one of the fractions, and the other is 3. So again, you take the common denominator of both of them, which again, the easiest way to see it is you look at the numbers first, 3 and 6. What is the LCM of 3 and 6? Of course, since 6 is divisible by 3, then you take 6. There is an x, only x, so 6x. If I divide 6x by 6x, I get 1 times 5 is 5. Of course, that doesn't change because it was 5 over 6x. It stays 5 over 6x. Minus 2 over 3 is how much over 6x? You divide 6x by 3, you get 2x. And 2x times 2 is 4x. And you get that. And that is the answer. You cannot simplify it anymore. Because I don't have a 6 in the numerator, that's a 5. It's not divisible by 6. And there is no x in both terms, so I cannot divide this by x. So that, of course, since you pick the correct LCM, you cannot simplify after that. If you pick the wrong one, then yes, you can. Alrighty, this one, before you do anything, you see I have a binomial in the denominator, and this one can be simplified. This can be written as 2 over plus 7 over. X minus 4 cannot be simplified, nor the 7, nor the 2. But what is that? If I factor out of 5, that leaves me with x minus 4. So now I have 5 times x minus 4, and I have x minus 4. If I look at the numbers, 5 and 1, the LCM is 5. X minus, excuse me, and x minus 4 is x minus 4. When I divide this by that, I get 1, so the 2 stays the same. And then I say plus. When I divide this by that, the x minus 4 cancel, and you get 5. 5 times 7 is 35. Since those two are just constants, you add them up, and you get the answer as 37 over 5 times x minus 4. Okay, let's move to the next one. I have x plus 2 and 3 times x plus 6. Of course, 7 over x plus 2 stays the same, minus 4, but the 3x plus 6 can be divided or factored into 3 times x plus 2. And like what we did here, if I have x plus 2 and x plus 2, they come down in the denominator. I have 3 and 1, so LCM is 3. I divide this by that, I get the 3. 3 times 7 is 21. Minus, minus. This over that is 1 times 4 is 4, so I get 17 over 3 times x plus 2. That's how we do the subtraction. We move to this one. Oh, now I have to break this. So this can be written as 3 over y plus 3 plus 2y over. And now I have two numbers that multiply to 12 and add up to 7. We know they are 3 and 4. So y plus 3 times y plus 4. The common denominator would be y plus 3 times y plus 4. When I divide it by y plus 3, I get y plus 4. Multiply it by 3, so I can just distribute the 3 right away. So I get 3y plus 12. 3 times y plus 4 is 3y plus 12. Plus, this over that is just 1, so I have to add up 2y. So at the end of the day, I get 12 plus 5y or 5y plus 12, it doesn't matter, over y plus 3 times y plus 4. And that's it. You cannot simplify it anymore. We move to the next two. 4 and 12, the LCM is 12. X and x, it's x. You divide 12x by 4x, you get positive 3. 12 over 4 is 3, and x over x is 1. So 3 times 5 is 15. 12x over 12x is 1 times 7 is 7. So you get 22 over 12x. I can simplify by 2, meaning I divide top and bottom by 2. So I get 11 over 6x. Notice the x in the denominator. I've seen it a lot. That students would write 11 over 6 and they write the x on the side. If you write the x on the side, it means it's in the numerator. It's multiplied. But what we have is 11 is divided by 6 and the 11 is divided by x. Be careful. I don't know why, but I've seen it many times. If something in the denominator, you keep it in the denominator unless it's simplified, right? This one, we don't have anything in common. So I have to take the common denominator as x minus 5 times x minus 7. Nothing to be simplified. When I divide this by x minus 5, I get x minus 7. In this case, you just do the cross and just simplify. 2x minus 14, and then I have a plus sign. 3x minus 15. So when I add them up, I get 5x minus 29 over x minus 5 times x minus 7. Oh, by the way, what did I want to say? Yeah, remember when I told you again, my method of checking my answer was unless I have x minus 10 in the denominator, I use x equals 10 quickly. So if you look at that, if I see, I want to make sure I didn't do any mistake. So I say 2 over, if x is 10, this is 2 over 5, right? Plus 3 over 3, because x minus 7 is 3, which is 1. So really, I'm getting 1.4 or 7 over 5. Okay, yeah, 7 over 5. Let's see here. I get 5x, which is 50 minus 29, divided by 5 times 3, which is 15. I get 1.4. Quick check. Again, you don't have to do it, but if you want to check your answer, that's a quick way to do it. Unless you have x minus 10, because if you say x is 10, then you divide by 0. It won't work. You can pick another number. But I usually pick 10, as I said, because we didn't have calculators, and it's so easy when I look at that. Oh, I say 30 over 4 and 60 over 16. It's that simple. I don't need a calculator. Okay, here I'm going to write it as 3x over x minus 6. And then I'm going to add 6x. I can factor out the 4 in the denominator, and that leaves you x minus 6. Notice here, I can simplify the 6 and the 4 because they are in the same fraction. You may do it now, or you can just ignore it and leave it till the end. It's a matter of choice or preference. I will do it and simplify by 2. Okay, so now my common denominator would be 2 is the number, 1 and 2, it's 2. For you, if you don't simplify, it would be 4 times x minus 6. Now, when I divide that by x minus 6, I get 2, and 2 times 3x is 6x. When I divide this by that, I get 1 times 3 is 3. Okay? So the 3 is a common factor in the on the top, so I get 3 times x plus 1, 2x plus 1, over 2 times x minus 6. Again, if I want to use x is 10, I say 30 divided by 4, 6 minus 10 minus 6, plus 60 divided by 16. Or if you don't see it, you can say 40, which is 4x minus 24. And see what that gives you. It gives you 11 and a quarter. What about that? It's 3 times 21 over 2 times 4. No, it's wrong. I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Did I, how did I do this wrong? Is that 30 over 4 plus 60 over 16? Okay, when we took, what went wrong? Yeah, that means I did something wrong. I have no clue what it was. Okay, x minus 6, 3x over x minus 6, plus 6x over, we factor out the 4x minus 6. Simplify this as 3x and 2. So 2 times x minus 6. 2 times that is 3x plus 3. That is amazing. What did I do wrong? I don't see it. I don't know how to do math. Oh my God. Of course, I wrote plus 3 and it's 3x. Oh my God. How did I say 3? I'm glad I did my method to check. So I don't know. When I simplified, I see 3 and 2. I didn't look at the x. They use a different color, so it confused me. That should be 9x over 2 times x minus 6. I wouldn't get a full mark here. So this is 90 divided by 2 times 4, and I get the 11 and a quarter. Ouch, that hurts. Okay, now this one can be factored out. So I'm going to write 5 over y plus 10 plus 4y. I have to be careful here. There is a y. And when I factor this, it would be y plus 10 times y plus 2. Two numbers that multiply to 20 and add up to 12. So now I have a common denominator of y plus 10 times y plus 2. When I divide this by that, I get y plus 2 times 5 is 5y plus 10. Plus, when I divide this by that, I get 1, so plus 4y. I get 9y plus 10 over y plus 10 times y plus 2. Let me check, even though I feel comfortable with that. I have 5 over 20 if I say y is 10, so 5 over 20 or a quarter plus 4y is 40 over. I have y squared, which is 100, plus 12y, which is 120, plus 20. I get 0.41666. This one is 9y, which is 90 plus 10 is 100. 100 divided by y plus 10 is 20 times 12. Yeah, I got the same result this time. I was lucky. So you are not going to make fun of me enough once in a session. Okay, so that is it. I hope you will never do such a horrible mistake, and wish you all the best. I'll see you tomorrow or my next session. I don't know if that would be a Friday, then I will see you on Monday. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. I'll tape it now. Um, how to solve rational equations. Have a great day. And again, don't forget to comment or text me if you have any question or anything that doesn't make sense to you. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.